I tell you, one of the biggest Luis Suarez fans. Even wrote a book about him. Sid Lowe is with us. Sid, you believe that he wasn't trying to get Jara sent off?
Well, I think in a way you can answer both questions together, right? So in the first one, of course, he's appealing for a handball because the thing about Luis Suarez is he appeals for everything. And given that he appeals for everything, it's perfectly plausible that he's appealing for the card for Jara for the kicking up of the chicken, which, by the way, is a terrible crime to kick a chicken. Anyway, it's perfectly plausible that he's complaining about that, but I also think it's perfectly plausible that he's complaining about literally anything else. I mean, you know, he basically went a running battle with the referee all the way through the game, Suarez. He was in his ear all the way through the game. And I must admit, watching the footage of that, I'm not sure it's for kicking the chicken. It might be for something else that he wants the yellow card.
There's a sentence you never thought you'd say on this show. Sid, let's talk about Uruguay overall. I know you're a big fan of them.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Uruguay are an extraordinary footballing country. I mean, there's no point in trotting out all the statistics about the ridiculously small population, the ridiculously huge amount of footballing success they've had despite that. If you ever go to Uruguay, you just have such a sense of the kind of the central place that football has in the way they play, and also the slightly wild way that they play. I remember speaking to Sebastian Coates about this, and him saying that his parents wouldn't let him play baby football, which is what kids play up until the age of I think it's about 8 or 9. He said because they thought it was too violent and he was going to get hurt, and that's kind of the way they play. And you watched the game against Chile the other day, there wasn't a huge amount of football played, but my goodness, Uruguay are as hard as nails.
They're a pain to play against, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because they don't give you a minute's rest, do they?
Yeah, and listen, they haven't changed that. When I played against them in the World Cup in '86, they wouldn't let you move. If you actually got anywhere close to looking as though you might get past them, you were hitting the deck by hook or by crook. So when Sid says hard, they're hard, and when they will try and take a yard from an inch. And Suarez is a perfect example. You know, this Uruguay team is all about strength, but it's also got some quality right up the top of the field in Cavani and Suarez. And if I'm a centre back and I'm stepping on the field and I'm playing against these two, I'm thinking, oh dear, I'm in for a long night tonight.
Let's take a look at how the bookies have this game. Uruguay favourites. Peru haven't impressed that much, have they? Uruguay 11-4 on, Peru 2-1. Shaq, what are you going for?
Yeah, and when you keep in mind Peru's last game against Brazil, how that went and how good Uruguay have been, certainly in the group stages, I think Uruguay are Brazil's biggest concern in winning this tournament, and I think they show that again against Peru. I just think this is an outstanding footballing team.
Sid?
Yeah, I think Uruguay as well.
And finally, Mr. Steve Nicol.
Yeah.
Go for Peru. Go on.
Not a chance.
No?
Oh, man.
Everyone saying Uruguay?
Yes.
Thank you very much, gents. Of course, a lot more Copa America talk on ESPNFC, which is with you 7 days a week here on ESPN+.